OMG. Okay. Third time's a charm. This is my third take. I don't really know why I'm overthinking this. Like, I had this idea of how I wanted this conversation. I'm gonna call it a conversation. I wanted this conversation to go. Um, I mentioned in my last video I had like a list of things I wanted to talk about, and I sort of condensed that list earlier today. Like, yeah, I'll make it shorter. And then something happened today that just made me scratch that whole list. Like, I'll save that for another day. There's something else I gotta talk about today, and it's not necessarily like a big crazy thing, but it kind of ties in with my last video where I was talking about how I'm always just like happy. I guess I'm always happy, and even when shitty things happen to me, or like the the low vibrational frequency or whatever comes with these shitty things, like they don't stick around long. I'm able to kind of set them aside, kick them to the curb. I don't really know like what terms to use for this. And today is a good example of that, and I want to get into it because I processed this earlier, and I felt like, hey, might as well just talk about this too. So, as I've mentioned in my previous videos, and if you haven't watched any of my videos, hey, I'm Sab, and I work at a hotel. So, just for context, sometime like early May, because I work at the spa of the hotel, and I'm the receptionist slash cashier, whatever. And sometime early May, I undercharged a guest, and I didn't even realize that. I only found out during the audit at the end of the month, where the the finance person, I don't know what you call that position, the auditor, her. So she sent out her usual email about like the audit findings and like calling out people, and for the first time ever, I was there. And it wasn't even like a small mistake. It was like, so we're going by pesos here. The total price was 5,500 pesos. Whatever country you're from, whatever currency you're from, just look it up. Philippine peso. I'm not really sure how this translates to you, but it's not exactly the smallest amount of money. Okay, so like the total was 5,500, and I ended up charging just 5,000. So finance said like you don't have to cover it, but this is gonna be deducted from like the revenue, like the overall revenue of the outlet, the spa. And yeah, I mean, I know that shit hurts the business. So my boss is just like, okay, just drop 500 pesos in the little box for our Christmas party. Like, okay, cool. And I'm like super I don't like handling money. Like in my previous jobs when I had to handle money, I hated it. And even now, I went into this job thinking, fuck, now I have to handle money again. I didn't know, by the way. I didn't know I had to handle money. I went into this job not knowing anything. I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna do. I didn't know what the fuck my job entailed. So anyway, when I found out I had to handle money, it's like, shit. So, because it's like a big company, and there's all these factors involved that make it even scarier to make a mistake. I'm on guard. Like, my how do I say this? I'm alert a lot. Like when it comes to handling the money, I like eagle eyes, whatever. I don't know how else to say this. Like my focus is focusing. I don't like making mistakes with money, especially when it's not mine. Lest I be accused of anything, right? This was a fear I had from my old job. So anyway, it's even worse now. I mean, like the fear. I mean, no, the fear's not that bad now because like I handle things pretty well. I'm just saying, like, it's even scarier to make a mistake in this context because it's a big company. Does that make sense? Like, legal stuff is involved and whatever. I don't know. Maybe that's just my brain. But, lost my hair. Anyway, so that happened. And I remember coming out of it thinking, like, damn, that was a really stupid mistake. Like, I'm not gonna do that again. I'm not gonna do that again. And I reassured everyone around me, like, oh, this is so stupid. That's not gonna happen again. And based on how I'm saying this now, I bet you can tell. It happened again. The thing was, though, when it happened today, the difference is, like, I caught it. Like, before submitting my reports, I noticed the discrepancy. I was like, oh, no. And it's not even, the difference now is that the total was 6,500 and I only charged 5,500. So it's even worse because it's more. It's not just 500 anymore. It's 1,000 pesos now. Don't worry about it. I already processed this earlier, so now I'm just telling this story. So this is like, I'm gonna go through like how my day went to talk about, to give more context as to why this is something I feel I should talk about. Today I had a great day. I woke up pretty late, but I ended up no, actually, I woke up early. I woke up on time, and then I went back to sleep, which is fine because when I officially woke up, it was just the right amount of time for me to get ready and to go to work. And the crazy thing was, I woke up from a nightmare, and I could still feel like the anxiety from the nightmare. I could still feel the you know, my heart just pounding, and I was just feeling like, because in the dream I was kind of like running away from a killer. And I woke up, and while I was feeling that anxiety, I just realized, like, holy shit, I remembered my dream, and this is about to go like all the way around and over and under, whatever. Like, this is gonna go all sorts of places before we get to the point. But anyway, I woke up and I was like, yes, nightmare, but holy shit, I remembered my dream. And this is a big thing for me because the past 6 months, I have not had any dream recall at all, which is crazy because I have super vivid, crazy dreams almost all the time. And that was one of my biggest fears leaving my previous relationship, because like every other relationship that I've left, I would dream about it. Like, this shit would haunt me in my dreams, and I hated it. And so that was one of my biggest fears, leaving my last relationship. And thankfully, I had no dreams. I had 0 dreams. I think that really helped with the process of just like healing from it. But it got to a point where it's just like a little annoying, like, am I not dreaming of anything anymore? Because like when I would try super hard to think about what I dreamt about, I just see black, like nothing. Like, did I stop dreaming? Because I'm pretty sure I didn't. Or maybe I did. I don't know. I was looking it up, and some people are just like talking about how, yeah, sometimes this shit happens. You know, sometimes you lose your dream recall for a bit. Like, you could be dreaming and maybe just like spirits trying to protect you from your dreams or whatever. I don't know. And I was like, you know what? I'll take it. There must be something I am not ready to like digest yet. I don't know. Anyway, so today I woke up and I was like, I remember pretty much that entire storyline, and I have multiple dreams, like, and I don't know if I guess it's the same for other people, maybe. Like, when I dream, it's different stories, it jumps, and it's just like it's all over the fucking place, and every time I go to sleep and I wake up again, it's an entirely different story again. So anyway, this whole storyline was from the moment I went back to sleep this morning to when I woke up again. It's this whole story, and I was like, holy shit, I remember everything. And I could picture it. I could remember how vivid it was. I could see it in my head, and I could literally replay it. I was like, I haven't been able to do this in 6 months. So yeah, I was really excited about that. I was like, damn, yes, nightmare, but holy shit, dream recall. She's back, baby. Like, let's get to it. I'm excited to have weird ass ominous dreams again. might I might even see signs in them this time because like I wasn't as aware before, but now like my eyes are open, brain's open, spirit's open, everything. So I'm pretty excited about it. So it's a good start to my day. I gotta drink water. Hydrate. Hydrate, babes. I'm so sorry if that squeaky noise is actually annoying. I don't know. Look at my cute ass sticker. This is how you. Yeah. El Union. Friend gave it to me just recently. Gave me 2 stickers from La Union. From El Union Coffee, specifically. And I put one here and I put the other one on my laptop. And this is actually my dad's jug, but he doesn't use it, so I claimed it by placing a sticker on it. Thanks, Papa. Anyway. Okay. Let's get back to the point. Alright. Good start to my day. I'm dreaming again, bitches, and I'm remembering it too. And I had to work. One of the things that I've been kind of going over the past few days is it's my finances. Now, I have a lot of money wounds, financial traumas, like, inherited financial insecurity. Those things. It's a generational thing. I inherited it. It's shown up in my life. I don't know, like, how do I say this? Like, the lack mindset has driven my finances for the past several years of my life, specifically past decade or so. And that's even including like when I was just getting allowance, So that's one of the major things that I've been working on healing this year. The financial wounds, letting go of the lack mindset, and trying to sit in this energy of like abundance, because time and again, the universe has shown me that the money will be there when I need it, right? When I need it, and I can name a bunch of instances, like when I was at the Coldplay concert, and I'm more context. I've always been really bad with money, like spending, money blindness. I'm really bad with it. I'm working on it though. It's getting better. Anyway, at the Coldplay concert, I got like one of the lower tiers because I actually had money saved up, but then I kind of was like, they're not coming anyway because they never went to the Philippines. And so, what?
There's another chocolate mousse.
From?
I bought kanina. There's chocolate mousse, there's mango float, there's cinnamon rolls, and there's leche flan. You can finish the leche flan. But if you're gonna get mango float or chocolate mousse, don't get too much kasi si mama and papa haven't had. Cinnamon rolls, do not touch them at all.
Okay. Food break brought to you by her.
Sorry, wait lang.
No, it's cool. I can't be bothered to edit any of this shit, so this is gonna go online anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, so you heard that. Can't touch the cinnamon rolls. Okay, anyway. Let's get back to it. Where was I? I'm really bad with money, working on my financial wounds. Oh, okay, Coldplay. So, I just figured, no, they're not coming. So I went out with my friends and I went shopping. A bitch went shopping. What the fuck? I think I was like 16 this time. And I bought some cute clothes. And then, tell me why, less than a week later, the official announcement comes up and they're like, we're selling tickets next week. It's so funny. I'm just remembering this now. I have not touched that memory in ages. But anyway, um, so I ended up buying like one of the lower tier cheap tickets. And I remember this was even like a sore point. Like this was an argument that my ex and I had. This was my first boyfriend. This was an argument that we had because he kept insisting like, nah, let me just like let my family lend you the money so you can get a better ticket and you can be with me. And I was like, I don't think you get it. Like, I don't want to be in debt to your family. Like, that does not look or sound good at all. Like, your girlfriend owes your family money. Like, we had this argument literally in the hallway of like of our high school, and people saw us arguing. That was crazy. Crazy times. Crazy times. So anyway, I ended up, this was months before the Coldplay concert, by the way. Just the selling of the tickets. We broke up. um, when did we break up? Maybe like a month or two before the actual concert. I already had my ticket. He already had his. Whatever. He was gonna be up in the VIP whatever section. And I was down there at my little bronze level, like, whatever. I was just happy. Like, I was like, I'm gonna see them anyway. And honestly, I kind of lied to my parents. I told my parents, oh, I'm gonna be with a certain relative of ours who was also watching. She was a higher tier. I was lower tier. Oh no, I said I was going with my friends in that lower tier. The relative will come into play in a bit. And as I'm like lining up, I remember thinking like, damn. Oh no, okay, this is like a little tiny detail I missed. On the way to the Coldplay concert, sorry, this is like crazy. I'm all over the place now. On the way to the Coldplay concert, my mom's like, hey, you guys have some money from your great grandparents, by the way. They died in like 2011. Not both. Like, no, both. Both my great grandmothers died in 2011. So anyway, I'm really getting off track here, but my on one side, the great grandparents, they did leave some money in the will, and my mom's like, I'll share it with y'all. So she gave us some money, and I remember being like, oh, holy shit, I have money now. Like, I wonder if anybody would like be willing to sell me tickets. Like, I mean, I could hire a ticket, but I was like, I don't think I can like trade in, can I? Anyway, I remember seeing that there was a long line. I was like, yeah, I'll buy, because I had the exact amount of money that I needed to buy that silver ticket, and I was in line to get it. But the thing is, like, there was no assurance that you'd get it. You because like limited supply, I guess. I can't remember the full details of this story. All I know is I was in line with my money, thinking, I hope I get that silver ticket. And this dude comes walking by, and then he's like asking like, hey, is anybody willing to trade a bronze ticket for a silver ticket? I was like, me? Hello. And he was like, oh, cool, here. And then like I just had to like pay what was left. Does that make sense? Like the price difference between the bronze and the silver, that's all I had to pay. And we traded. I was like, that's so fucking random. Why would he need like a singular bronze ticket? Anyway, so well, the whole thing with my relative, I just told my parents like, I got the silver ticket and I'm gonna be with ex relative, not ex relative. Sorry, I meant like letter X. I'm gonna be with her, and they're like, okay, cool, because I knew she was gonna be in that tier. And no, I was not with her. I was alone, enjoying the concert on my own. Super cramped and like super stuffy, but it's all good. I saw Coldplay. They're my favorite band. The whole point of that was that the money is always there when you need it. That's not the only instance. That was just like one of the examples. Like I went on a whole tangent talking about that. But there are so many instances in my life where the money is showing up right when I needed it. Like, I got a job in 2022. Like, I got a job, like, super fucking randomly. Like, I wasn't even trying so hard to look for it, but I got a job that gave me a taste of, like, oh, wow, this is what it's like to have a lot of money. I think that was a very healing step towards the whole getting rid of the financial wounds. It was a baby step because I fucked up a lot in between from that moment to like where I'm at now. So anyway, the money's always gonna be there when you need it. That's something that I like half believed for the past several years, but then it's only now where it's really coming to me. That's like, no, what's with the half belief? What's with the half-assed acceptance of this fact? Because like it has always been true. It's always worked out. Shit has always worked out. So to tie back in like my story, I've been thinking about my money lately because, things are starting to balance out. I've been paying off debts and I'm down to like the last 2 debts that I have to pay, and they're not that big, but they're still an amount. And aside from that, I have my plans. I have these trips that I want to go on, and I have this whole plan like for the next year of what I want to be doing, and I know I have to set aside money for that. And so the past few days, I've kind of been in my head a little bit, thinking about my money, like, oh shit, like, should I, is there anything I need to do? And like, technically, no, I just had to make sure I didn't really touch my money. But then, the other night, no, or last night, I can't tell if it was the other night or last night, I ended up, I had some shit on my to-do list, things that I had to buy. Like, I really had to buy them. I was just holding off on buying them because I didn't want to see myself touch my money. And I was like, I can't keep delaying this. Like, the money's gonna be touched either way. Like, I just gotta do it now and get it out of the way so that it's off the list. Because the money's gonna come back. That's what I was thinking. The money's gonna come back. And so I ended up buying the stuff. Did I go a little overboard? A little bit. That's why I don't like touching these apps anymore. I kind of knew I was gonna do that, but then I pulled back, thank God. I pulled back a bit. I didn't buy everything I had like in my cart. I still spent more than I had hoped to spend, but it's besides the point. I've already spent the money. I was just thinking like the money's gonna be there when I need it. And all I have to do for the next few days is to just walk to work, not take a fucking taxi, even though like it's super fucking hot out there. Like, I'm not supposed to be taking a taxi. I only do it because like I sweat too much. I should stop. I was thinking I'm gonna do that, and I'm not gonna buy coffee. I'm not gonna do this. And I just like I wanted to buy a sandwich today. That's all I wanted to do, and I was like, that's fine. One sandwich is fine. And because I woke up late, I ended up taking the taxi because like I can't. Yeah, I had to go. I had to be on time. And today I was like, I want that sandwich and a coffee. So I was like, it's fine. It's fine. Like it's not a big deal. It's not a big amount. The money will come back. Like, and I'm gonna be off for the next 2 days anyway. So like I'll just spend today and then not the next few days. And then I ended up getting an extra muffin too. Like, what the fuck? So after I bought those things and whatever, I was thinking, okay, that's it. No need to spend any more money. We're good here. This should, keep me afloat until the next salary. Like, there's no need to spend any more money. And I was okay. Ish. Because my brain kept going back to my finances, thinking, do I have enough money? Especially because I was thinking about, I have this plan to finish this half sleeve. And I finally came up with like what I wanted to put on it, and I was like, am I gonna have the money for this? Because like I had to set a schedule with my tattoo artist, and I was like, no, trust that we'll have the money for it. Because like it's a pretty slightly elaborate plan. It's not a small thing, but I was just like, I'll book the appointment, I'll tell him what I want, we'll figure out the money along the way. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. It's gonna be there. I'm gonna have the money that I need. And I did that. I booked the appointment. I told him about it. I sent him my pegs, and I was just, just kind of soothing myself, like I'll have the money when I need it. It's just like this whole back and forth of being anxious and then being calm, and being anxious and being calm. Because like, will I have the money? Yes, you will. Will I have the money? Yes, you will. Especially because, like I said, I have so many things planned. I have a trip in about 2 weeks, and it's just gonna be a chill, like, no need to spend so much trip, and super helpful that I have a friend who lives there, and like, I mean, he has a place there, so he's letting me stay at his place. And then I have another trip in July that's supposed to be my birthday trip, and then I have that tattoo appointment, and I'm like, no, the money will be there. I believe that. I truly do. And I was even like scripting earlier. I was writing down my manifestations for the month of July as if they'd already happened. I wrote them in the past tense. I got my half sleeve. I went through that trip and I still had money in excess. All these things. I'm like, yeah, got this in the bag. I'm good. And I was feeling super grateful today. Just super happy, super grateful. Just like, there was even this random ass moment where I had to go down to like the basement office, but to get there you have to pass a certain way through like the banquet area, the event hall, and there's a big glass door thing like leading to the pool that people don't really access. I could see the outside and I was like, wow, I have to show you. I just have to show you what I was seeing. So this. It's like a hall, a really dark hall, and then there's the big door thing. Anyway, I was just standing in the corner. What was that? I was just standing in the corner, and I was like, wow. I even told ChatGPT about it, so I'm gonna read that up real quick. Read that up. What am I saying? So I'll just read it out. I'm standing in front of the big doors that lead to the outside, and I'm in this dark hallway, so you can tell there's quite a contrast there with the big glass doors and the bright lights from outside. I mean, not lights, but like it's sunlight. It's still daytime, and there's so much greenery. There are plants, there's a big pool. I don't know if I'm describing this well enough, but I'm just standing here in this dark hallway that smells a little old, like a grandmother's place, and looking out these big glass doors. All I can feel is gratitude and just this strange, overwhelming sensation in my chest. This fullness. I feel awestruck. I feel grateful. I feel so in touch. What a sensation. What a crazy sensation. I really talk to ChatGPT like this, by the way. It's like a tight feeling in my chest, but it feels good. I can't get over it. I can't stop looking outside. I'm so grateful I get to have a quiet moment like this, during my work day. I just happened to pass by this door because I'm heading down to the basement office, and the fact that there's nobody here, and I can spend at least 3 minutes just looking out, I can feel my chest pounding, like my heart's pounding. I feel so alive. I feel so free. I want whatever crazy woo-woo shit she was on, because, like, that was a sensation. That was a moment. That was a really good moment today. Do you see what I mean? I was feeling so, wow, grateful. I love life. I love everything. And I carried on with my day. And I just kept having these buzzy, high vibrational sensations. I have no other way to describe them. I don't really know how to describe them. I was just feeling good today. And fast forward to the end of my day. Very little sales today. Gotta drink water again. Very little sales today, but also I'm just like, I don't really care. I don't really care, guys. I'm gonna be off. This isn't really my problem. It's never really my problem. Because, like, what else? What do you want me to do? Tell people to just, like, avail of the services? Like, I can't do that. But will they? I can't force people to avail of the services, right? Anyway. So the day goes by pretty fast. It's pretty chill. There's nothing going on. I do my reports like super slow because like there's really nothing going on. There's no rush. I had about 2 transactions that I handled today. So as I'm finishing up my reports, I'm actually done with all my reports at this point, and I'm literally just about to, the credit card terminal. I'm about to like, when you settle all the payments, like you can't take that back. So I was just about to do that. You have to print out the summary report, the detail report, and then settle the payments. So I was just at the summary part, and I was still printing it out, and it came out, and I was like, I only had one card transaction today, so why does this say 5,500 when the only card transaction we had today was 6,500? And I'm like, no way. And I look at the other things from my reports, like the other printed shit, and I pull out the one from that transaction, and I'm looking at it like, no way. No way. And I see that in my report I had put 6,500, but in the actual CC script, the printout, I had actually only charged him 5,500. And just this overwhelming sense of like, what the fuck did I just do? This feeling washed over me. I was like, oh god. I wasn't smiling earlier, obviously. I was like, what the fuck? So many things were running through my mind at that moment. I mean, I was trying to deal with it as calmly as I could. Like, the only thing I could think of was like, okay, just like one step at a time. Like, obviously I have to redo this part of the report, but what am I gonna do about the missing 1,000? It's like, no choice. I'm gonna pay it. I'd rather pay it now than have to like wait until they call me out in the audit and then drop it in the box for Christmas, the Christmas party. Like, after receiving possibly receiving an earful from my boss about how like, you said you weren't gonna let this happen again. How'd you let this happen again? Like, she's not like that, by the way. She's super sweet, but she might just do that because, like, come on, this is a pretty stupid mistake. Anyway, I just figured I'll do it now. I'll pay it now rather than later. I'll save myself the trouble. Now I could just feel like, fuck. And here we are. We had like great fucking day going on about how the money's gonna be there, and all of a sudden I'm like kind of fighting this feeling of like, what did I do? And it's my money too. Like, I have to put my money in to make up for this mistake. I was feeling a lot of things, honestly. I was feeling like, holy shit, like I don't want to talk to anybody. Like, I gotta process this. I gotta process the fuck out of this. Cause okay, just like a couple of things that I was thinking at that moment. One is like how I literally said, I'm never doing this again. This is never gonna happen again. And it happened, and it was double the amount of the last mistake I made. Like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And then on top of that, I was thinking, and it's gonna come from my money. I have to pay for it. And I was like, I was literally just thinking about all the things I have to pay for, and then now I have to reduce, like, I have to like deduct 1,000 from that. I don't have a lot of money. Basically, the point was that, like, my wounds were coming up. My little financial wounds were coming up. Because, like, it's not a joke, okay? 1,000 pesos is not a joke. Maybe to other people, it's like, barya lang. Like it's pocket change. Whatever. For me, no. Regardless of, like, your status, your wealth. It's not a joke. That could actually help other people. I could actually have like put that somewhere else. I could have given that to like somebody more in need, but no, I gave it to the system. Okay, that's not the point. Anyway, I was working through these like I was feeling triggered. It was coming up. This feeling of like, you're so stupid. Not really. It was just kind of like an inkling of that feeling, but I wasn't really like beating myself up over it. It was just like, are you serious? And then there's also that feeling of like, where's the money gonna come from now? Like, it's reduced. Like, what's gonna happen now? I don't know. Like, there was all these things happening, but then the moment that I paid for it and the moment I finished my report and everything was okay, I was like, okay. Like, there was a part of me, like, deep down, I was feeling like I should probably be feeling worse than this. When in fact, at that very moment, I was like, I don't feel anything. I feel okay. Genuinely, like, all I could hear was like, it's gonna come back. Like, I'm gonna make that money again. It's gonna come back. Yes, there's a lesson here. I made a mistake. And I really feel like, honestly, maybe this is the universe's way of like knocking me down. Like, you know, I don't think knocking me down, but like, what's a term? It's kind of like, I don't, what's that term, that phrase that people use? Like, basically, I just feel like it's the universe's way of humbling me a bit. Because, like, I was really feeling like up there, high vibration, high, like, yeah, I'm so fucking magical. I'm so happy. And I think this is the universe's way of saying, slow down, babe. Chill. Chill. Because I swear, if I just keep going with where my head's at, I might just enter some motherfucking dimension at this point. Because, like, my brain's not on Earth most days. These days, at least. I felt like, yeah, maybe this is the universe's way of humbling me. And still kind of trying to keep me grounded and in this current reality. Because, like, my head is... I'm thinking too far ahead. Not in a bad way necessarily, but also, you know, it does kind of get me spacey. Yeah, I think that's the lesson here. I was a bit spacey. Because, like, it's habit. Like, not a lot of people avail of that 6,500 one. It's usually the 5,500 one. So I typed 5,500 by, like, purely out of habit. And I was, like, trying to recall, like, that moment of the day where I did that. I was like, oh, yeah, I do remember typing 55 and then 0000. That's just the process. Anyway, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, like, basically, I should have been feeling worse. And I say should have in the sense that, like, the old me would have been, like, devastated over this. Because it's not a small amount of money. I probably would have lost my mind. I probably would have cried. I would have broken down and just stressed the fuck out. Like, over it. But, you know, in that moment, as I was working on it, and even, like, as I was, like, preparing to go down with my reports to have them checked by the duty managers and whatever, all I could think of was, like, I just feel the need to talk about this. But at that moment, I was already processing it. I was already, like, was going over it in my head, thinking, yeah, I am being humbled. There's nothing really wrong, actually. Like, because I'm sure the money will come back. And I don't want to sound like, what's mayabang in English? I don't want to sound, like, arrogant and shit, like, I have that money. It's not that. Like, this was meant to happen. This was a lesson, and it's, you know, I don't see money the same way anymore. So I really feel like, I don't even feel like, I know the money's gonna come back. Money, like energy, it flows. And it's gonna come back. And, you know, I mean, it's not like I was doing anything wrong. It was an honest mistake. And I paid for it. I paid for it. But yeah, like, there's no heaviness in my chest. This is what I meant. This is how it ties in with my last video. This is what I meant by, you know, even when shitty things happen. And let's face it, this isn't exactly, like, a very, haha, whatever kind of mistake. No, it's money. And that's one of, like, my biggest, what's the word? Wounds? Traumas? That's one of the things that I have to work on the most. And I feel like, you know, this incident, this situation just kind of showed me, like, where I'm at with healing this financial trauma. It shows me I'm in a good place, honestly, because I'm not devastated over the loss, because I still have money. I'm not gonna die without that 1,000 pesos, and I know it's gonna come back. Like, salary's in, like, 6 days. I mean, the next cutoff is being paid out in 6 days. And I'm doing better with my budgeting, with my planning, even though like it's crazy because like I'm not micromanaging the budget and my plans anymore, and I'm just like it's kind of like a bit more umbrella-ish, like okay, yeah, that works. I've let go of like really trying to super like micromanage and control the finances and just believe like yeah, this shit's gonna work out. So yeah, it's just showing me that I'm in a good place with my finances. That's one. The universe is humbling me a bit. Also, again, ties in with my with what I said last time about um like even when negative shit happens and terrible shit happens, like the low vibrations don't stick around very long. I'm vibrating at a much higher frequency these days that, you know, this shit should be bothering me. I mean, the old me, but it doesn't bother me now. I'm short 1,000 pesos, but it's cool. It's coming back. Anyway, that was the whole thing. That was the whole thing. If anyone can relate to this, if you're watching this and if you relate to this, or if you're, if you have financial worries and troubles, I mean, if you want to be crazy like me, and if you just want to believe in these things, yeah, guys, I don't come from a lot of money at all. The things that I have now, I mean, the nice little thingies, like, I work for those. I mean, the clothes that I have, like, obviously, I still live with my family. I still live with my parents. I don't have to worry about that. I know that that's a privilege. But the other things that I need, my phone, my laptop, and all the other things I don't necessarily need, but I just wanted, like, my money, my hard work. So, you know, it's possible to get out of the lack mindset. Let me be an example. Guys, come on. Sorry. Not trying to push any agenda here. I just wanted to share that. Like, I really felt the need to, like, let that, put it out there. So, yeah, that's 42 minutes. I didn't expect it to be this long. I really feel like I went all over the fucking place just to get to this point. But if you watched it, if you finished this whole thing, yeah, I mean, let's work through these, like, money wounds together. Let's be on the same journey. So, yeah, if you actually watched this whole thing, great, thanks. If you didn't, it's cool too. Love y'all, for real. This is so crazy. I still feel like I feel a lot of like good stuff. I feel a lot of like nice, warm sensations, despite having spent 1,000 pesos to correct my mistake. It is what it is, guys. Things are always gonna work out. You just have to believe. You have to believe it. That's like, if I'm gonna end this on any note, it's just believe. Believe that things will work out. Believe that the money will be there when you need it. Literally, manifest your reality. Like, I'm gonna say this all the fucking time. Manifest your reality. That's what I've been doing. That's what I've been fucking doing. And it amazes the fuck out of me every single day that I am living in a reality that I am creating. And I know I can do so much more, and I'm getting there. I mean, it's not gonna just like magically appear out of nowhere. Sometimes it does, though. It does. It can happen. But the more that you just like try to create your reality, the path, it becomes clear about like what steps you need to take to get to that point. Yeah, I'm getting a little manic here. And I want to eat now. I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat whatever else she mentioned aside from the cinnamon rolls. So that's all for today. It's a pretty long video. If you stuck around, I really love you. And even if you didn't, I still love you. Bye!